Are we on? I feel like I'm in one of those old things like, are we live? Are we live? Is it on?
We're live.
Is this on?
We are live.
Okay. Hey there, tribe. Welcome back. Missed you guys over the last couple of weeks. Tonight we're going to be getting ready for me to go down south and visit some friends to hit them with sticks and stab them with training blades, and also to show them some of my work. Almost a whole nother knife show right there with that group. Can't wait to see you guys, Jack, and anyone else from down there who's in our CTC South group. But today we'll have Brian. Dan will be here on his own weird timetable. We just call it Dan time or cat time, that too. But looks like it'll be Dan and Brian here in the shop with me tonight, along with my beautiful daughter.
Hi.
Who is fighting nature in the fall. So if she sounds a little raspy, that's why, because it's attacking her face and she can't stab it adequately. So let's go ahead and get going in the shop.
Cool.
And what you going to work on there, Brian?
Well, I got to pick back up on this one right here and continue with
It's already
the
here.
bevel.
Wow.
Hey, Dano, how you
This
doing,
is
buddy?
weird. Tribe, you should go buy a lottery ticket. Dan is here at
Almost
just
on
a
time.
6:01. It's amazing.
This is the new Dan.
This is the new Dan.
New Dan.
I'm gonna put you back.
All right. So what are you working on tonight, Brian?
This blade right here, just going to continue working on putting the bevel on it
Okay.
and just continue on with that project there.
All right. Looks like you got 3 of them there to
Yep.
do. No pressure.
No pressure, got 3 of them, right?
Tonight, one of the things
We'll
that
work
I'm
on
going to
this
be
one.
working on is actually I'm doing Phoenix blades, and by Phoenix I mean from the fire, a second life. So these are a couple of rasps from a blacksmith at a horse place that I got from Dan. He used to actually have a horse named Stanley that he boarded, and got these from where he was boarding. And so a customer asked for some file knives, and we're making a pair of file knives from blacksmith rasps. So that's going to be kind of cool. I love giving things second life. And Dan, what are you working on tonight?
Let's see. What am I working on tonight? I'm putting some oil in this little fella. Then I wasn't prepared to answer questions.
That's why I asked. It's all in the timing.
I have some commissions here. It's handles tonight.
Handles. That's a theme.
Right, and maybe a heat treat
Ooh.
for it.
Actually, I've got some. I'm trying to get ready for heat treat,
Do you?
and I've got some ready for heat treat.
Okay,
So
so
we should probably do that.
I'm doing a little bit of series of videos from design to edge,
Hold on for a second.
and I'm going to film the heat treat because the heat treat is the next step in my design to edge series. So that's why I want to do that tonight.
That's very
But
cool.
I've got these commissions for Dennis, and essentially it's
No pressure.
it's a cool series,
We're
really,
just watching you.
because it's a mono steel and Damascus version of essentially the same.
Pardon the feedback. Pardon the feedback.
Yeah, it's a mono steel and a Damascus version of the same knife, and these handles are going on it. So that's what we're doing
What
tonight.
are these handles?
So let's see. This is wood from some sort of board that I think was in a family home or something like that. I'm not sure. I've stabilized it, so I'm going to use that for handle. And this is from, I think, his great uncle's gun stock or something like that. So essentially, we're reclaiming and reusing wood that may have some sentimental value and putting knife handles on them. So that's what we're doing tonight. Oh, and then
Look at this here. They should be parallel to this.
I might cut this out. This is another commission.
No, let me
Like
see, let me
that.
see, let me see.
So I'm going to do he wanted the dark one. That's the one that you suggested. So
Once in a while, I have a good idea.
I got a commission for a
Gosh
shop
or
knife.
shush.
Got a commission for a shop knife. And one of the things that Chuck pointed out, this finger well felt a little too big for me. But Chuck pointed out that it's a shop knife. You're going to have gloves on a lot, so you might need a little bit more room in your finger well. Again, it's back to a functional use case, right, more than anything else. So, yeah, if I get that cut out, maybe we'll heat treat that one tonight too. So yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Yay!
So you got a lot going on, basically, then. Huh?
I got too much going on.
Always. Literally always.
Does this look correctamundo, Mr. Chuck?
Let me see. Yes, it does. And what I would do is I would just validate the angle on this. And for that, actually, you're going to want to take the belt off and go in from the side, looking at how it sits flat against. If you are so close on that already, we need to flatten that out. Let's see how thin you are.
Okay.
This side versus this side.
Okay.
So I would actually put it on this side first, and let's see how flat we can get it against the because we can't really use an angle gauge for this now.
Okay.
We have to use actually our, in Star Wars they would call it take up visual scanning.
Okay. I'll reverse it.
Yeah.
Go back to that side.
Yep, and take the belt off, and we'll check
We're
it
not
against the
nerds
flat.
here at all.
Not it. Pot, kettle, black. Miss DM Goddess.
I'm gonna set this down for a second. I'm gonna go grab one of those Teflon pearls.
Okay.
I forgot to grab it before I took it.
Okay.
Before
Perfect.
Don't mind me, guys. I'm just dying. There you go.
Hey, you need some stuff to cleanse your system, Kira?
Yes. What?
Would you give me some stuff to cleanse my system?
We don't.
Oh, you
We
know
brought
what's
this
happening
back
here.
From when we went to Kansas City, we brought this back. We got Booker's and we got a Weller.
That's what I was
But
thinking.
by the way, Kansas City, Missouri has
Look
the
like we got-
best prices on good bourbon. If you're a bourbon drinker, Kansas City, Missouri has the best prices
Yeah.
I have ever seen. We bought Weller for $45. It was insane.
This wouldn't happen if someone from Larceny
Hell, right?
would finally realize how smart it is to sponsor us.
Listen to him. Larceny,
Just-
we're calling out
We're
to
not
you.
asking for much. A case, maybe once a month, send us a case. That'd be fine.
It's a use case.
It's a use case.
We will
It's
use it.
marketing. There's always budget for marketing.
It's a use case in that we will use it.
Exactly.
That's a 60 grit, by the way, FYI.
I'm just,
Maybe
I'm
give you
just
guys
cleaning
something
it
to
up
look at
for
before I go
future.
run off for a second.
You want to use something smaller
Like
than a
120.
60
I will
grit?
be right back.
I wasn't sure.
Yeah.
I usually, so
I
honestly,
might be dying.
I have not been cleaning that before heat treat. I didn't think it was important. And then you mentioned it at 120.
And scratch it out afterwards?
Yeah, it makes a huge difference.
But this is a newer 60 grit. Actually, here, let's put this one on the Roma.
I'm gonna
Hey.
switch back to my profile before.
No wonder I have trouble making
I'm
bags.
nasty dying, guys.
I've got two left hands.
Leaving that one alone. All right, here's a used 120 on the Roma.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, just when you get started.
Okay, so what we need to do here is with this flat, turn it, you gotta make sure, you always make sure we want to make sure this is locked down. So
Oh.
it's flat. Now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna turn it like this. All right, so
Are we trying to get flush?
we're trying to get flush with the flat.
Just being this flat.
Yep, the flat is the steel plate that the belt rides against. And what we're going to do is I'm trying to get as close to flush on this plane as you can, okay? So you want this plane right here to be flat against. If you need that works. This is flush. How does that look to you?
What's that?
So, Mom just had Jordan go to the Stimmies to go pick up Trulies and to get cash. for, and I was like, did she tell him to get bourbon or tell you to get bourbon? I was like, clearly she does not love her husband.
Well, in her defense, y'all did just get me Booker's and Weller.
That's fair.
So, but we're not drinking the regular shot.
I mean, that has to be a special occasion.
Yeah. Okay. That should do it. We'll let you know. What I'm going to do is we'll pass it on to this side. Okay. You want to dial in this side before we put to the other side? Once we get this side dialed in, we're going to put it to I would say at this point, 1 1.
Saw you snuck in here, Jeremy. Hello.
That one is 2. There you go. That one's 0. Hey, Jer. All right.
What do you got going on right here?
So you know, as most of you know, we also play with the Filipino and Indonesian martial arts, and traditional Kali Arnis silat sticks
I'm
are
gonna steal this
28
Get it
inches long. Typically.
out of the.
So these designs were actually inspired by Kali sticks and will be wielded in pairs, 2 sticks. So we like to do things with 2 sticks, and I want 2 blades for it. So actually, I would love to get your which one do you think I should do? 1, 2, or 3? And these are all meant to be very streamlined, very lightweight, and be able to maneuver it kind of like a Kali stick, only with edge and a point.
Just trying to get a non-wavy picture.
What do you think of that?
1, 2, or 3. I'm sure we'll come back to this later tonight.
Here, what do you think of this one? I just had this come in my head. and
Is
I
that
had
for
to sketch it
Scotta
out.
Claus?
No, it's actually
It just reminds me of
yeah.
It's a Scotta Claus design.
It is. Anything that looks even remotely like a Bowie, like, is pretty much Scotta Claus knife.
Which is funny because Dan wanted to have everyone do a Bowie when we started doing that.
Oh yeah,
that
we were
shop
talking
thing.
about the yeah.
But yeah, so I'm just curious. I have my own opinions, but I wanted to get everyone else's unbridled opinion.
Jeremy
on
says
1,
he
2, or
likes
3.
the bottom one.
Yeah.
I kind of like the bottom one too. I think
Okay.
it's cool.
So let's do this then. So that's Kira. You're doing the bottom one, and Jeremy's.
I'm gonna go with the bottom one too, which is funny because you would think typically I would go for
I
something in
know,
the
yeah,
style
yeah.
of 2, but I really think I
Right.
like this.
So there's 2 hash marks down here for the bottom for design 1.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, design 3. Which one do you think?
Come with the blade, or
Yeah, they're all 3. I want to make. I'm gonna make one of these, 1, 2, or 3. I'm gonna make a pair of them, twins. So 1, 2, or 3. Put your hash mark by whichever one.
number 2.
You want to do a number 2, huh? Well, make sure you.
Which one do I like?
flush.
Gross.
Are you asking me which one I like, or which one am I doing?
Which one are you doing? For
No,
me?
no. These are you, right?
I
Which
don't
one I
want to.
like?
I'm
What are we
leaving.
doing?
I like number 2.
What are we doing?
There's 3 of you doing a number 2 or a number 1 or a number
I'll
3.
do.
Which is,
I'll do this one.
You want to do a hash
Brian
mark
can
by
do
the-
that one, and Chuck can do that one. How's that?
No. So we're
No?
doing a vote. Which one should I do a pair of?
Chuck's doing them. We're just voting which one
Yeah.
we like, right?
Yep. So we got 2 votes for the number 3.
I like number 2.
2. Which one do you like, Dan?
Okay. Hang on. Since I'm the only vote that really counts,
yeah.
I like this
Um,
In your own mind, son. In your own mind.
it's this one.
Okay.
And can I give you my justification for it?
Sure. You're going to.
Yeah.
Go ahead. 'Cause I don't feel like we have.
So,
I'm gonna have you step off a
Oh,
little
wait a
this
minute.
way because it's a little wiggly.
I might need to change what now.
The
This is,
the screen, the lighting.
This way?
I mean that works
That's
too.
a picture on.
I'm surprised you didn't whisper sweet nothings. Whisper, whisper, whisper. Sweet nothings. ASMR.
That's after.
I got a bite, bro.
But now, okay. So here's what I.
Jeremy goes,
I'm
it's
gonna do a number 4,
Oh shit.
which is this blade with this handle.
Jeremy
That's an
says
option.
Jeremy says, "Oh my God, I can't believe I'm hearing Dan's voice before 6:45."
I know,
yes,
right?
we are all very
It's
uncomfortable.
the new Dan.
Would you say you like
I'm gonna start. I'm gonna get up at 6 a.m. I'm gonna exercise for an hour, meditate for half an hour, then I will read and do other kinds of self-improvement for another half an hour, and then I'll get to work at 7 a.m.
Not breakfast.
I intermittent fast. So I don't know
You're gonna go 5
That's right.
in the evening.
That's right.
Okay.
So, yeah, so that's the plan. That's going to start.
That's a lot of
You know
change.
what? I'm not going to start tomorrow.
January
Give
1st.
myself some time. January 1st, you know, like
January 1st.
January 1st. You know what? I'll decide when to start, and I'll make a plan when I should make that decision at some point in the week.
That seems real solid. Real
You know,
solid.
it's good to have a firm plan.
Yeah.
Goals should always be smart.
Yeah.
I don't remember what that stands for, but I know they should do that. All right. I'm losing focus here. I don't know how that's
You have to try to convince us that you had focus when you were abroad.
Hey, Dan.
Yo!
Would you want to prove his mom said or story to the store for one of those?
That would be wonderful.
Can I get anything for you, Brian?
Drink light, you mean? Is there any Tito's left?
Yeah, I believe so.
If there's a Tito's in the cranberry, if you want to those.
Gotcha. All right, I'll be right back. Dad, just do me a favor. Every couple of minutes, just come over and tap this.
You bet. Thank you. I threw this out of the all the way off. Okay, so I know that movement, but I didn't know. I didn't go so far up.
You want to do this one right here.
Oh, you know what? I know what the top is.
Okay, so this was all the way here. So one thing's going to make sure that there was no tension on the side. And now what we have to do it's actually going to and actually
Okay, there's a couple passes you said.
let's do a couple passes so we can see where that angle actually is. Okay. This is the dangerous part about having you gone for so long, right?
Couldn't get help under the circumstances.
That's okay. I did it really. That's actually pretty good. What are you doing that? No, go faster like this. In. And down. And get going.
Almost there.
I can step in this for a second. This got back to reverse again. Just to let you know. I don't know how that happened.
Just flip it back to forward.
Yep, I just wanted to let you know.
Okay,
Just
probably,
so that-
somebody probably fell and bumped this way.
Okay, so flip it. And flip it away. And got that.
There's a little bit left in the one upstairs.
I like that.
So this is the one that I'm doing actually for the little the process documentation.
Mm-hmm.
And I haven't released the video yet, but I just sketched up a design real quick and thought
Mhm.
this would be a good demo blade.
Well, it's kind of cool. It's I like the lines on. There's very different lines.
Yeah, I'm somewhat
I think I probably would
hot.
have made sure that were a little bit more.
Well, see, it's like I want to do a straight back though, right?
Gotcha,
So it's a
yeah.
straight back with an egg shape. I'm not totally in love with the straight back shape. I feel like I maybe should have done a clip point, a clip point, or a Persian, or essentially the blade's got no style to it, and this is very rounded, right? So, although I could also say the dichotomy of the artistic expression in itself is the artistic expression. So,
Whatever you have to tell yourself, Dan.
whatever I have to tell.
This one is mine. This is for you, sir.
Oh, thank you.
You want me to put that right back here?
So with this one, actually, because it was already been through its own life cycle, we had to anneal it, and then I will also actually add the step of normalizing it because it didn't come to me in a normalized state or a annealed state. I actually had to do that myself. So
What
we're
is-
actually
Anneal.
annealing it is taking it from that hardened state to a softened, more workable state, and then normalizing it because heating it up like that and letting it come back down, and then grinding it, heating it, come back down, add stress. We're going to normalize it, which is before we heat treat, which is kind of a way to release some of the stress. The analogy that I was actually given many, many moons ago was that of a hot tub. After a really hard workout, your muscles are really sore, and like a hot tub can help relax and improve the blood flow and flush out those toxins from the workout and such. Kind of like the same thing for this. Normalizing is a way to kind of release those stresses, help the steel relax prior to heat treating it and hardening it. So this is kind of a step that we don't normally have to do when we use prepared steel from a steel mill. But yeah, looking forward to seeing how this turns out. And it's warm.
People have been trying to normalize me for my whole life.
There is nothing normal about dancing.
This steel refused to be normalized. Be weird.
No, not that bad. Ooh, that's warm.
And that's why we wear gloves, ladies and gentlemen.
It's very warm.
You okay?
Oh yeah, yeah. That's like that guy from Indiana Jones, the Ark of the Covenant one, where he grabs it.
Goddamn right, I got a hot mom. Where do you think I get it from?
Hey,
Hey,
hey, with the Kansas City.
yeah, we went to go visit a friend of ours who's sick. So. What are you doing?
So this is actually another commission that I got, but he wanted it out of 5160, and I didn't have any 5160, so I ordered some 5160, and that should be on its way. But what
Your
I did
grinder's
have,
still running.
was some 52100. So I decided that I like the design so much that I was just going to make one out of 52100 and see how it came out. So that's what I'm working on, and I want to get this ready so that we can turn the oven on so that we can heat treat everything in one big batch. Hey, Chuckles.
Yeah.
What do you have heat treat?
So right now, I've got this one. I've got these 3, 4, and I'm trying to get these 2 ready.
Okay, so that's 4.
But if you have something that you're ready,
5, 6, 7. Yours would be 7. Oh, these 2.
Yep.
7, 8. I think we can get 8 in there, can't we?
yeah, I think we can.
I think so too.
But it's going to take a little bit. So if you're ready with some to go, then we should get it cleaning up because this thing takes a bit.
I know that's I need to.
All right, get that one ready. Wherever when that one's ready, we'll heat treat regardless of where we're at.
Okay, perfect.
Real quick, Jeremy was asking what 5160 is.
Spring steel. So 5160 was a very popular blade, spring steel. Makes great swords, machetes, throwing knives, axes, all that stuff. But it's also used as coil springs and leaf springs, most commonly, and that's where we typically get it from. You can still get it as a flat billet from a mill, but a lot of times it's reclaimed from coil springs and leaf springs. A lot of the blades that you see coming out of the Philippines are 5160 because they're actually grabbing them off of old military vehicles from previous wars. So it's a really good seal, though. Yeah, it's old school.
So yeah, we typically use I use ADCR V2.
That's what I like as well. Yeah.
Yeah, and ADCR V2 is I don't know. I've done a little bit of research, and
Is that what they actually?
it's often kind of considered the successor to 5160, where they add some other elements. I think it's chromium, it's nickel, things like that, and supposedly you get the same toughness, but it retains better edge. So, you know, that's kind of the story.
Yeah. Right. So we can salvage it. Okay. But I want you to get one of your other ones. Worst case.
You're a type of steel, Autumn.
At some point.
Yeah.
The third one. But I think really just because when it comes to
Hey. That's what you're doing for real. It's a spark. Okay, I don't know what I just heard, but something just fell over downstairs or upstairs. I'm just hoping it's not the dog. Oh, no, it's probably the robot, the vacuuming robot.
Oh, it's the robot.
If you guys have any questions or anything like that about anything that anyone is doing, please drop a comment. More than happy to stop them from what they're doing and make them pay attention to me. Or you. I mean you. Definitely the audience.
what's that?
Oh, nothing. You keep going. I'll bug you when I bug you.
I feel like I'm just supposed to get back to work.
Yeah. You got knives to make, commissions to finish.
I tell you, you give somebody the title of Smith Wrangler, and they just take it and run with it.
Do you have any batteries or bigger batteries, Jed?
He's got one. He's got a gauge.
You should have known better when you married my mom.
Fair enough. I'm still gonna pay for that later. I know.
Jeremy would like to know how you look so good at 95.
Look. I'm gonna say this just
Don't look at me, look at the camera.
94. So, it is a consistent diet of Coca-Cola and Twinkies. I'm often accused of eating like a raccoon, and I don't know how. I mean, they do say. I always thought this sounds racist, but it's not, right?
I don't know. You haven't said it.
I haven't said it. I just thought.
Do I
I
turn?
think maybe I should just keep.
I think
just
maybe
thinking
is
it.
this a question?
Yeah, when somebody speaks of age and things like that,
Yeah.
you know.
All right.
Knee high to a jackass kind of thing.
Oh yeah.
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 I haven't seen you in a.
Yeah. That is racist.
Is it?
Yes.
No.
Yeah. Most of those old like
Is it just 'cause
colloquialisms and
it's
the
the
stuff
same
like
word?
that
'Cause, I mean,
come
they're
from
talking
like
about
even
animals.
jaywalking is racist.
It's talking about the animal. It's
Is
just
it?
the word itself.
Is it?
It is. Because you figure like 6-7 years. That's what that is, right? 6-7 years.
I don't know.
It's
that
not
that's
like 80 to 100 years.
I'm not I'm not going to try to get into a conversation about this.
Okay.
All right.
I need to check sometimes. I'm a pretty stupid guy.
You're very pretty. So Autumn would like a refresher on what everybody is doing. So what are you working on?
Oh, okay. So let me give you a refresher on all the things that I'm doing, because I got to go over it in my head. I'm getting this ready for heat treat. I have to take the handles off of this one. I'm sure that because the handles got jacked up. So this needs to get rehandled. So I want to do that tonight. And then I've got these two knives that we'll maybe see later that I've got to put handles on. So, but the order of operations for this is important because we want to do the quench tonight still. So I got to get this
the heat
ready
treat tonight, yeah.
and the heat so we can start that and
Yeah.
the oven going.
For sure.
So that's what I'm working on.
Also, say hi, Autumn.
Hi, Autumn.
Bye, Autumn. What are we waiting a minute for?
Hi, Autumn.
Gross. You are not allowed to be related to me. I will not allow it. I'm sorry, Autumn. I'm sorry I subjected you to that. So Autumn was wondering what you guys were working on.
Oh. File knife commission.
File knife.
So this is was a rasp from a blacksmith that did horseshoes. And we got it, we annealed it, and we're turning it into sharp pointy things. What's gonna be kind of cool is that you're gonna have like jimping on the handle when it's done.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
They'll
And
be able to
some,
keep some of that file look
Yep.
to it.
I'm gonna take the grind up to about half to 2/3, and it'll fade from the bevel into the texture.
That'll be awesome.
That would be very cool.
The back end of that's gonna be a thick boy.
Yes, yes, it is. And it's gonna be interesting because you're gonna be able to see there's gonna be a gap there, almost like a liner,
Yeah.
because of the teeth that will fill in with epoxy. So it's gonna be actually have some really interesting.
That'd be really
Interesting,
interesting to see what that
texture
looks
to
like
it.
after
Yeah,
it. Yeah.
So now we just have to drill holes for the handle, and this one will be ready for heat treat.
Right. What are you doing over here, Brian?
I'm going to start on a different blade.
Okay.
Let's leave the belt out.
Get out of your way. Autumn, I think Autumn's referring to the rasp knife, but she said that looks really cool.
Yeah, they do. They come out really well. I actually did a set of smaller throwing knives out of files, and it's just really cool to be able to take old things and give them a new life.
You know, rasps, railroad ties are a big one.
That's kind of what you did to me.
Aw.
No, you we just folded and pounded.
Well, that's true.
Whoa! No!
Where did you take that, little mess?
Listen, you said folded and pounded, not me.
Damascus.
I didn't
young lady,
mind.
Oh,
Damascus.
Damascus.
You filthy minded hooligan.
I have never.
I'm right there with you.
I was gonna say. It's a knife.
Not bad. Turned out better than I thought it was gonna.
Yes. What we call those conversations here are just conversations.
when I was trying to drill these because the bit wants to walk all over the place because of the dimples.
Yeah. Here's the problem with, like, I don't know, it's either shop stuff or knife stuff. Is that how can I not say things like, "Hey Chuck, do you think this is too thick?"
That's never what she said.
No, it's really lightweight and streamlined.
I mean, legit though, my concern is that the handle's too wide. Not for you.
No, and not with gloves on either.
Okay, and I'm gonna take probably a little bit more, like a millimeter maybe, when I do the handles. And
Yeah.
stuff anyway.
Yeah,
So.
no, this is actually I would run with this.
Okay.
If anything, right back here, like a thumbnail.
Do a little bit more of a groove.
So you're fighting right in through there. I'll just got there, but that's it.
Oh yeah, I can feel it.
I think my favorite knife I ever had, I lost it, but I was using it as a hairpin, but one of my favorite repurposed materials was the wrench that had the blade on the end of it, and I ended up just not having the edge on it, and I used it as a hairpin to twist my hair up, like they use those old kind of. Yeah.
That's one of the ones that we got out at Mamba.
Mamba gathering, yeah. I have no idea where that went.
So one of the cool things, like, if we can find like some old garage sales or estate sales, some of those old wrenches, not like the newer ones, we could make some more of those.
That would be so cool.
That'd be a fun hammer forging project.
That would be a fun hammer.
We'll keep an eye out for them,
That'd be awesome.
and then we could actually film too.
I was gonna say that'd be a great live. I feel like.
Do we have any more votes on which one of these?
Okay, so I don't know if there's anybody in here right now. I'm gonna pull this away from the wobble. So Dad is making these. He's gonna make a double set. They're supposed to mimic the use of poly sticks. So there's the first one. He's hoping to get a good vote on everybody. That's the second and the third. So if you have a vote, he's making, dropping the paper. He's making a twin set. Like I said, they're supposed to mimic poly sticks that are from the Filipino martial arts. So if we're lucky, I'll get Wallace. If he comes over later, I'll get Wallace to come over and they can beat on each other. So you guys can make an even more informed decision. It'll be great. So 1, 2, or 3 if you guys have a vote.
Got those ready to go, man.
Okay, I've just got.
So I've got one more that I can try, and if we don't make it, not a big deal.
Okay. Well, I just have pinholes left to drill. What do you have to do?
I gotta make sure.
Autumn is voting number 2.
Yeah.
Oh, looks like Jack's here. Let's say hi.
Hi, Jack. Hey, Jack. Can't wait to see you. Your buddy Aaron reached out to me about the V-Blade and one of the Microgent lights. So hopefully we can connect with him when we're down there. But yeah, can't wait to see you next week.
Autumn, you would be wrong because the third one is the right answer because that's the one I picked, and you're supposed to go with what your big sister said. You're wrong. That's okay. I forgive you. You're young and dumb, and you can't help it. But Stan doesn't have any excuse.
No, it's the blade of 3 and the handle of 1.
Well, that's
Because he's Dan, he can't give a straight answer.
Hey, how many holes are you drilling in that?
Maybe
5?
one more than I should.
I'm thinking like a dozen, if it's anything like he normally does. But you still have handle there. Why is it not just all holes?
You know what? You know what?
Good choice, Autumn. Good choice. It's okay. I marked you down for number 2.
I can say you people, right?
Yeah, you keep it.
You people.
As long as you're just generally referring to people.
Okay.
For the people that follow the Tribal Edge or are watching the live, YouTube is crazy.
What if I'm talking about like people your age?
I mean, I'm not offended by that.
Because
I'm a little too exennial to give a crap about that. Oh. Sorry, didn't mean to die. Really, yeah. Drill that hole, yeah, really. Okay. So I know the answer to this, but this blade is not heat treated, correct?
it is not heat treated.
And why would you drill the hole before you heat treat it?
So the steel. These people stop making so much noise.
Here. It's a good microphone.
So the steel, before it's heat treated, is about a hardness I think of 23, something like that. So it's much softer. Drill bit and the blades on portabands are hardened steel, so it can actually drill through the softer steel. Once you harden it, this steel and this steel will be the same hardness, and that's why if you ever watch Forged in Fire, is that if they try to drill a hole after heat treat, it just doesn't work because the steel is too hard. So that's why we got to drill these out. That's why.
Yeah, it's like you're just like waving around. It's okay.
I could go into the carbon alloys and things like that.
I mean, if anybody wants to hear more about it, just let me know. I'll make sure I hand you back to Dan. She's not even watching right now. You should go up and yell at her about it.
Yes, flip it.
Woo!
Take pictures?
I'm trying to get it to stay on. It's too thin. There we go. I should probably not be holding it that way, though. We should do it the other way.
You want to do a little tape? Do a little tape. Yeah. Otherwise, it'll be better.
Yeah, we don't like, nobody likes a floppy microphone.
See? You just can't get away from it.
Just do it on this side, right on here. Technical difficulties. All right.
Ha!
This is now our new microphone, guys. I like it.
I like it too. That's perfect.
Good idea, Dan. How do you feel about how do you feel about the new microphone?
I feel like it's totally appropriate.
And it's even like a Suntoku design, sort of, so it's even better in my hand.
Right. So you can hear the screams of your Vanquish be better, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. I'm down with that.
I'm here for
I
it.
support that. I support this message.
Jeremy, Dan can't possibly hate you because I'm pretty sure that we're all meaner to him here than you could possibly be.
I'm sure it could possibly be.
I mean, he could be meaner.
You know what? Let's just have a general standing policy. Let's nobody be mean to Dan. How about that? Let's nobody be mean to him. I think that would be. Let's take a vote. Let's take a vote. Yes. I'm hearing all. Oh, the eyes have it.
All the eyes have
Only say kind things.
only say nice things to Dan. That's what we're doing now, guys.
Except like this. So here it
The key for the drill.
is. That's the key for the drill.
Here, how do you guys feel about my microphone? based off of Dan's design.
You iterated and improved.
Yeah.
So it's also why we want to kind of push down the side, move it around, and stuff like that, because we want to give this a little room. Because after heat treat, it's done. So we can't make this hole any bigger than it already is. So if the pin doesn't fit through now, you'll have no chance after heat treat. Which is why I'm going to check.
I am doing good. Making twins is always fun. I am like 5 minutes from being ready.
Nice, me too, dude.
So we're gonna have to design a knife that obviously isn't a knife, but designed better for this, so that we can what does that sound? Oh, is that the drill? I was worried for a second. So what are you doing right now?
I am trying to make these a little bit more close since they were commissioned as a pair. I don't want them necessarily exact, but I definitely want them close. And so I'm using the one that I actually have drilled, and I like to use the spine here. It's kind of like my constant. And then I can marker what is still different about them and bring it in just a little bit closer. So we're getting darn close, but I don't know how well it shows up on camera, but there's a little bit right there. There's a little bit through here, and there's a little bit right up here. Then I'm going to bump in to try and bring it a little bit closer. So he designed them for, I think they were a pair of nephews, I think. And so they'll each get one that's very, very similar. Can't have one arguing about, why mine's bigger than yours. And so we'll try and get them the same as we can.
How do you feel about our new microphone holder?
Oh, great. That is what I call redneck engineering.
Right?
I like it. I like it.
Dancing around, everybody.
Drive by.
The only question is, are there enough pins?
Are there enough pins?
Maybe one more?
I mean, how light do you want that handle to be?
Well, pretty light. I'm going to do ironwood, I think. So the handle material is going to be relatively heavy. So yeah, this is just to lighten it up a little bit. What? Almost done.
All right, just drill a couple holes and it'll be ready.
Okay, sir. Want to get going?
Yes.
I'll be like a double check.
Just to verify, right?
I'm gonna set you guys down for just a sec. You can leave it there. I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna go upstairs and have Mom, and I'm gonna do the line check, okay?
All right.
I will
That's what you're close enough with the camera.
be right back.
I've got two easy ones.
We're gonna want to go for the 1525.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we are. Oh, I had him, we did a test test this past weekend. When did you do this one? What's that? That's Jordan. You had that for years now. I finally come to work. Okay. I gave him that as a birthday present to Theo a few years ago. It's so fun, dude. That's a piece of chunk of the mattress with really had. And I was looking, I just looked at it and I was like, but I think it'd be a fun fight. Oh yeah, it'll be a fun. That one we're putting the memorial game was for ice cream. It's nice. Sure. So it's got ice blue liners with a black and white and gray honeycomb. One of the big things that I love with this stuff is that all the ridges, you can drill it on the wall. Oh yeah, oh geez. Couldn't be getting handled, but it's kind of fun. Oh, these are good. All right, we got room for two. All right, good. We're gonna have to. I just have to confirm that the temperature will slide through and we'll be good to go with it. Or as soon as this softens nicely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Woo! Yeah. Those biddies are, what, 6%? Yeah, they're very good. They're very bundles and games.
Yeah, that surprised me a little bit.
All right, what do you break down? Nothing. Okay. Mom is gonna order pizza.
Okay.
What? I think she's actually getting sick.
What's that?
I think she's getting what I have.
Oh no.
She's not gonna get it as bad as I had it because
Well,
we were
y'all
talking
are
about
welcome
it.
to keep it.
I was not, or she wasn't in the house when I got the worst of it. So I don't think it's gonna be as bad for her, but I definitely think that she's getting sick. because I can hear it.
All right.
So she's gonna need a lot of congestion medicine and a fuck ton of tissues. The first day that I was sick, I went through a box and a half of tissues.
Well, you guys need to stop that shit.
Oh, nobody wanted it. Anyway, she's ordering pizza from Russo's.
Okay.
All right. Gonna take my microphone.
All right, haven't done.
Flip it. We're gonna take a little piece of tape.
Add this in there too.
'Cause I don't want people to see the test. You know,
It's currently
it's important that it just looks like it's magically connected to the knife.
Scrape a file.
How's that, guys?
All right.
This is my knife work. This is
my boomstick.
well, I mean, actually, this is my
Yeah.
boomstick.
Okay,
It's
so
funny.
A little bit more on that side to get more round.
Boomstick.
It's my boom stick. My boom stab stick. Shank stick. All right. Back to work, guys. Stop lollygagging.
How old are you? Lollygag?
I said what I said.
That's hogwash.
My grandma Carol used to say darner kicking all the time. I'm like, I say that all the time. Because apparently I'm a 80-year-old woman.
my dad used to say hogwash.
Hogwash?
Not hogwash, hogwash. Okay. So, we'll go right to that place. What do I need to work on next? So I was emptying out my apron the other day. This fell out. It's heat treated, it's tempered. It's Damascus.
Was that one of the nano line? The nano? Yeah.
It was so nano, it went
Gone?
It was
disappeared? It did like that Ant-Man and what's the frick? I mean, see, I'm not as good as these references because you have a ton of useless knowledge.
I have a crap.
Like the quantum universe one where he gets so small, he goes even smaller and smaller
Oh yes.
and smaller.
Between
like
the
that.
molecules.
There we go. There we go. I
This
knew
is
if I
now a quantum line,
There you go. I like it.
which means you have to come up with a name for the new quantum line model as part of your expanded duties.
Don't make me play with more knives.
Oh, did you ever think of a name for that?
No, I'm still so okay. Where do you have it somewhere available?
It's actually getting its makers much right now.
Okay, well then you'll just hope that Brandy doesn't steal it.
Yes, I actually told yes. So I sent Brandy a note actually saying I have 15 blades going to engravers, and there's 15, not 14, not 13. So if any are asking for adoption, they're lying.
So I've been thinking about it, but I've had a hard time coming up. So what is the use for the knife?
It's mostly like, well, I actually have the template for it. And I'm sure we have pictures that we can show, but so it's this model, and it was just a really comfortable EDC. It's comfortable saber grip, verse grip. It's small printing. Yeah, and the one in Damascus just it needed its own name, you know. So I don't know. I'm open to name suggestions
So you want a name for the line, or do you want a name
for this model.
For this, okay.
This is actually technically this would fall into the micro size, and then the smaller one that we just showed would be the nano size. A lot of times nanos are scraps that become something else, which is awesome. But this one is a part of the micro line. But it's EDC. It has definite characteristics for like personal events. It's got definite characteristics for whittling or hunting or whatever you need a rope wrench for, but just need to come up with a fun name for it, I kind of try and stay away from the Eviscerator 4000s and the Wrap Your Intestines Around Me 3000 and everything else. You gotta stay away from those because those are like, what was this knife designed for, sir? And then it was meant for butter and toast.
Eviscerating velociraptors.
Exactly, velociraptors. Yeah. Because we have a problem with those.
Ooh.
Oh, here they call them turkeys. So.
Yeah. Yeah, at least we don't have the Australian velociraptors, which are ostriches and emus.
Thunder chickens.
No, thank you.
I hear they're delicious though.
Their eggs are supposed to be pretty good. I never heard about the meat though.
I actually watched somebody do an omelet with an ostrich egg and ostrich egg.
Yeah, those are huge. The size of your head.
Like a football.
Grinding off epoxy.
Yep.
That smells terrible.
This is not.
Oh, it smells so good.
This explains a lot, Dan.
True. I've killed some brain cells in my day. That's for sure.
How we go, Brian?
It's the unorderly brain cells that die first.
Yeah. Yeah, that's definitely how that works. I think I read that somewhere in This Is Science magazine or something.
All right.
That's the magazine I was referencing.
Dude, that's almost. Okay, go ahead and turn the machine off. That's actually looking really, really good. I'm proud of him. I'm curious to see if we have the same issues with the GoPro.
Yeah.
I'm so far, I'm impressed and not impressed with this this iStream or whatever it is.
Yeah, the eStream computer or thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it. It's good for like the length and battery. It's not good for LED lights,
No,
obviously.
apparently not.
But it's good for the battery. It's good for it's really good in pretty much every other situation except this one.
All right, so make this line go away and let's double check, okay?
Thank you.
Yep. It's looking really good though. Right now this one's turning out a lot more than the other one currently.
Okay.
Can I steal your I want to steal your goodies for a minute?
Steal away, sir.
Yeah, grab a new battery for mine apparently. It finally died after like 5 years.
I'm gonna set the camera down and have you guys watch the back end real quick so I can re-share out. And by the way, if you guys don't mind, Dan, why don't you tell them to share the live and
Oh, look.
take the microphone.
Here's the one.
Take the microphone.
Here's the one damn thing that you can do while you're enjoying all of us working so hard and informing you about things that you probably don't really care about that much.
Or just getting amusement.
Or just getting general amusement. Or specific amusement for that matter. Hit the like. Is that the thing that you do? You
Yeah.
hit the like.
The share. Interact
share.
with it as much as you can.
What's that?
Interact with the feed as much as you can.
Oh, and you know what? Comment. I think
Yeah.
commenting. That's
Commenting.
a thing, right?
Yeah.
People comment.
Have you been on the internet before? Is
What
it
now?
weird for you to angle a knife towards your face? Because
Yeah,
you
it
keep going away with
Well,
it.
I do this when I talk. So yes.
Man marches to his own drummer.
Do the like and do the subscribes and do the shares. The sharing. Sharing is caring. And how long would you like me to keep talking? Because I could probably.
I was going to say, if
talk
I
about
handed it
sharing,
to Dad, I
but-
wouldn't even, I'd be having to pull this out.
That's true.
Say next time I feel like we're gonna be like, sponsoring small people in Ethiopia or something. This reminded me, it was like one of those.
Oh
telethons.
yeah, it's a telethon.
It's a telethon.
So, Dad, real quick, while we have
Yeah.
a moment of quiet. Oops, sorry. Why don't
can
you tell
fix that.
people about the shows and stuff we have coming up?
Oh yeah. So
You can hold
October.
that. Take that. That's for you.
Notice, edge goes towards bad guy. Yeah, so right after I get back from Memphis, which will be on the 30th, the following weekend will be the venue in Ensley up in Howard City. We'll be there from 9 to 3, so come say hi. Get your hunting knives. It's going to be hunting season. I think youth hunting season already started.
Get the-
Last weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But,
I know a couple people that are on my Facebook feed got a couple of 5-pointers, so that was pretty cool.
Right. Bow season October 1st.
Yeah.
So if you need a good hunting knife,
You already have a fidget spinner.
I do. It's this right here. You can see that. So yeah, October 5th, come see us in while I'm being shanked by my daughter with a screwdriver.
Is that a Saturday? Yep.
It's a Saturday. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. And get your hunting knives, and also it's going to be that gift gifts for the holiday season. So we have workshops. We'll have new designs. Kiro and I and Dan
I'm just
and
gonna hold this.
I think
You're so bad.
Brian, you're gonna come up and hang out with us too. So very cool there. And then was it the 18th and 19th
Yep.
of October? We're going to be in Holland at the Civic Center for the Out of the Barn Fall Expo. So come see us there. That's a big one too. And we'll have hopefully less knives for that one.
We'll make more.
Yeah, but we'll make more. And remember too, we do custom commissions where we can design and talk about that right at the show too if you want. So come see us. And yeah, I'm going to get back to work.
We have the fire sale still going.
Oh yes, we thank you. This is why I have my daughter as my wrangler. We're selling fire. No, we actually have. Hopefully, we'll have a lot less when I get back from Tennessee, though.
Mm-hmm.
But we actually have some that we've had for a while. I want to turn them over so I can justify making more blades to my family.
To me,
It's just
who has to organize
just
all of
over
them.
inventory. There's no good quality.
Don't mind
probably.
the knife, by the way. I'm not threatening him at all.
Yes, I feel the love. But yeah, we do have some blades that are going to be amazingly priced. As always, if you get more than one blade, I will absolutely make it worth your while from a discount perspective. So come and check out the fire sale. We also posted it. So if you're interested in any of the ones that we posted on the fire sale on our Tribal Edge page, reach out and we'll get going.
I will be re-updating the list after. I probably won't post it until after you get back from
From Memphis.
from
yeah.
Memphis.
Yeah.
So we won't see any for the week. We won't really know what we have for sale. But after Memphis, hopefully we'll have less. But if we have any left,
Yeah, absolutely.
so
If you look at what's out there up right now, though, first come, first serve. I would hate to have less to take to Memphis. Just saying.
yeah. All right. I don't think there's any other updates that we have. Anything else we got going on?
Nothing that comes to mind. I'm sure there is, but that stuff isn't stuff that my brain retains as easily as dumb useless facts. Hey, you agreed way too quick. to that.
I don't know what you're talking about. I was nodding halfway through that statement. What do we got over here, Dan?
So, I don't know if you can see
Wipe
this
the
very
dust
well.
off.
That
Ooh, shiny.
Oh yeah, that's gorgeous. I love that one.
Turned out great.
that is going to go
Is that
on
translucent too?
this. No, it's not. It's got a
Good.
deep layer of stuff that was supposed to get mixed in with it, but it all just settled to the bottom. So,
Ooh, this one's pretty. Oh, I just saw the underside of it, but
Yeah.
that's still really pretty.
right?
Oh, wow.
There we go.
It's gorgeous. Very shiny.
Very shiny.
Well, all right. I will leave you to it then. I'm going to go wander back over this way.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. So, Pierre, what do you think about we doing like little tastings of Weller?
Are we sharing Weller with that?
I didn't say with that.
I'm okay with that. You're Weller. You're allowed to share it however you want.
I won't be pouring Deadpool glasses for everyone.
We all know you're here for the spark.
Yep, it's glorious shop glitter. I was gonna say man glitter, but I have a daughter who's a Smith too, so it's a them glitter. I don't know.
The they them glitter.
Them glitter.
I feel like also it should be a they them glitter because really the knife can go into any.
That's true. It's not picky. I actually forged them to be not picky. That's by intention, by the way. I should list that on the features. Kind of like plants. You just have to feed them once in a while.
How they stay so sharp and shiny, right?
Yeah. Good for their coat. They prefer a high iron diet. High protein.
Shut up. I'm going away from you. Herbert.
Okay, that looks absolutely amazing. So visual percent.
I just sort of open. I had to turn around.
Let's do a temperature check.
Do a couple passes.
Let's do a chair check.
Do a few passes. Yep.
904.
What are we looking for?
1525.
And why are we looking for 1525 specifically?
1525 is where the carbon goes and starts to dance around
So the
with the
appro-
steel.
So it's kind of like the appropriate amount of drinks for a white girl at a bar before she starts letting loose.
There you go.
1512 is the proper amount of
think
drinks.
of the carbon as a bachelorette party, if you will, and once the heat starts flowing, the ladies in the bachelorette party then filter out to the dance floor to dance with all the guys, and then when we take it out and we dunk it, it's like you get frozen with whatever partner you're dancing with.
I need to go find a shovel.
That's how all that works. That's science.
That's fine.
That's science.
It's science.
That's a good
And
explanation.
thank you for that incredibly scientific and in-depth look at the molecular biology of heat treating.
Yeah, see, because guys, when they're alone, they're easy to separate. Girls, when they're alone, they're easy to separate. But when you get them together, it's much more difficult to separate. That's why things become harder.
Well, it's probably because when they're alone, they're already separated. So you. I don't think that works the way he thinks it does.
I'm thinking about. I'm actually thinking about like canceling his
Rescinding his
journeymanship.
I was going to say rescinding.
Rescinding, yes.
Yeah.
Promise not to send me back.
Pass the statute, right, of limitations
They
or
promise
whatever.
not to send
That
me
was
back.
assuming that the meds were working. The antipsychotic.
That's
Because mine worked great.
I didn't know I was supposed to be taking them.
You're supposed to be taking them on a daily basis, not a yearly basis.
That's right. That's right. Yeah.
How's it feel to be caught in the middle of this, Brian?
Hey, we don't kill them.
Brian's just happy to be here.
Brian's like, I don't even know these guys,
are
man.
working great.
You know, I can't. I feel like this can't be very uncommon for somebody who's been in the military to have to deal with hooligans like these guys.
You know what? There's a lot of flexibility in the military,
Yes,
and you meet all kinds.
I was gonna say the same thing. Awkward. All kinds of kinds, right? Oh my god. I'm using my phone currently. I can't check my text. Also,
which one had the most meetings?
also no, that's fine. So far we had none for 1, 2 for 2, and 3 for 3. So,
looks like 3's going. Huh?
all right, guys. So, Mom and Jordan and anybody else that we have here that has not voted, that is making 3 knives that are supposed to be used sort of like collie sticks. He's going to make a twin set, essentially. And he is looking for votes on what one of these knives he should make the twin set out of. So it'll be 2 of the same knife. So there's 1, and then 2,
Slicey dicey cinderwallies.
and then 3.
And she's ignoring me.
I am. I've learned how to tune male frequencies out. So anyways, if you want to let me know,
Fortunately, I have the special dad frequency.
it's fine that they don't have salad stuff, Mom. I'm not that concerned about it. And yeah, special dad frequency. So yeah, if you guys let me know, which one's 1, 2, or 3?
Blade, is that going on that one right there?
Jack likes number 2. So now we're tied 3 for 3 and 2 for 3, or 3 for 2.
I'm very confused now.
3 for 4. So now we've got Jack Dawson voted for number 2,
Ooh, okay.
which was my second. So it's 3 on number 2 and 3 on number 3 so far.
So when I changed it, I moved it in a little bit, okay? Because it was still so thick here, and I think that's a beautiful spot to stop your bevel. So once that secondary bevel moves up to that spot,
This one right here was like that.
yep.
Okay.
You see where you're almost halfway there right now?
Right, so once that's all evened out.
Yep, exactly. And flip it, do the exact same thing to the other side.
So I want this section here to be flush
You want
in
this,
my way.
Yep, you want this section to move up towards this line right here, okay?
Yeah.
So what we were doing is we were looking at how thick the edge was versus how high the bevel was, and he got it up to a really good height, I think, from a sight perspective. But we're still too thick on the edge, so what we did was we canted it in just a little bit on the jig, and so it creates a secondary bevel that will crawl up towards the one that we want to match. So once that secondary bevel gets up to that line, you can flip it, do the same thing to the other side, and then we'll reevaluate.
All right.
Hey! Hi, how do you feel about my microphone?
Ooh, that's fancy.
You can walk around and be my.
That's a sharp microphone.
Hey, that's a good joke. Real quick, before you get too involved, Dad's making a twin set that are supposed to mimic collie sticks. So you have to vote on which one you would like as a twin.
Cinnamon with teeth. I like it.
I'll take that. Take your markers, and then you vote for which one.
I can vote on handles when it comes time too.
Yeah, and then we can vote on handles, he was saying afterwards. You know, I had a feeling.
That's the curve for me, girl.
You know what? I had a feeling. I almost said the same thing. I was like, you know, very coopery, very curvy. I'm usually a big fan of that. I actually voted for number 3.
Did you?
Yeah.
I looked at that one too.
Which one are you looking at, son?
He voted for number 2.
It was so close to this one.
It's a toss-up for me between 3 and 2. That's why I wanted to get the people's choice.
This one, number 1's still not bad either, but definitely still a decent for those.
Yeah. Well, this one I built it around the center line of the box, and this one I went from the top down.
Oh, okay.
And this one I went from the bottom up.
Did you? Never too people. Who knows this?
Jack says, looking forward to seeing you guys in a week from tomorrow.
Hey, yep.
All right.
I love you.
Hold on. Let me seal that. All right. That didn't work out the way that I wanted it to. Will you hold that side?
I get to be your Wallace wife.
Yeah. So, Mom. Yeah, Vanna White. There you go. There we go. So, here's 1. There's 2. And there's 3. And then I'm going to hold that. And then you can tell me which one, 1, 2, or 3. I'll steal that from you.
Number Gibson. Oh, yeah. Is he number 1?
Number
Is
two.
he number 2?
Number 2's getting in the lead there.
Yeah?
Number 3? Yeah. Old man at the barbecue.
That's not an option. You have to pick 1. Dan tried to do the same thing with 3 and 1. You have to pick 1. Mom says number 2. So put another vote down for number 2.
Is there a poll online?
What was that?
Is there a poll online?
Not yet. We just did this for now, but we will eventually, I'm sure, before we actually make it.
It's that curve for me, man. Curve.
How do you feel about my mic boomstick?
I think it's fancy. I love the production quality that you got going on.
It was Dan's idea. We just made it better.
Yeah. Should have known it was Dan with all that tape on there, just like all his pins.
I almost feel like I need to forge a blade specifically for the boomstick.
I agree. I feel like we need a boomstick blade.
Well, I got this one.
We can make it into a sword.
I got this one
That way I can be all the way. That's a little heavy, don't you think?
for a boomstick.
Yeah, yeah, that's heavy.
Oh, I thought you were like talking about a boomstick, like
No,
messing up a mother.
no. Yeah, like that. That would be a good one because then I could like hold it out.
Yeah.
And I don't even have to go too far. I just
There you go.
Speaking of which, this one I'm waiting on handles on now, but this one's for a commission for Nick.
Nick
Yeah, this is number 3.
who cheats and works the system for voting.
Yes, that one. That's the Nick.
Don't let
Yes.
that guy vote for anything.
This one was for his younger daughter, and then this one was for Dad because Dad still has to have the biggest one apparently. Just saying, he might be compensating on
It's a
it.
good rule.
I said what I said.
It's a fair rule.
He's still gonna hit me with a stick. Jeez, me. Are you gonna jump on the grinder?
Oh, shit, great.
There we go. That was
You
weird.
can also get people's opinions on what handles, since obviously you have a problem.
It's not that. I mean, I just like them both at the same time.
You
So
can
I
only
think-
have one handle on your knife.
Oh, I know. I'm fine.
Although it would be fun to configure and design one that you can switch out your handles based on what you're wearing, so you can coordinate.
Come on, man.
Well, I feel like we already know which one I'm gonna choose.
Yeah?
Do we know what my favorite kind of wood is?
Kind of wood?
Yeah. Yeah. That one right here.
That's the one I looked at too.
I'm like, I want that one.
I was like, it's either that one or that one. And I was like, I wanted the blue.
Have you gotten that blue one wet yet?
This one?
to see what it looks like when it's going to be like polished.
I would look more like that.
Yeah.
But still though,
Still really good. That's very blue.
with this.
That's beautiful.
Yeah. See, what mine's made of. I'm not changing my mind, Drew.
Absolutely not. You're a man of action. Did you feel unsafe? What was that
And
about?
not because he's a large man.
Let these dogs come
It's
over
got
here.
nothing to do with it. He just surprised me.
Yeah,
He just surprised me.
yeah. That's what it was. You were just startled.
And I did. See, I'm going to get myself in too much trouble.
Dan should be. You're not allowed to be on camera anymore because you're.
that I say when the
he's like-
camera's off.
There's
I know
questions.
we're okay.
He's like, "Is this? Should I say
Should
that?
I say that?
Probably not."
Probably not.
If you're asking yourself if you should say it,
Then you probably
I
shouldn't
should
say
say
it.
it.
That's what I said.
Well, I mean, like, I can ask you. I just can't say it.
I can walk away now. I'm gonna go this way. Bye forever.
We got 400 degrees to go. That's gonna be warm.
I know. I touched it, trying to see how warm it was.
The insulation on it's amazing because it's 1,100 degrees.
Yeah, and it feels like a blanket
I
right now.
was saying I don't smell cooking flesh, so I count that as a good thing. I'm at 200, almost ready to polish this one. Then we'll maybe even get a test that thing tonight, kind of see how it looks. There's something kind of cool about being able to use scraps that would normally get thrown away for something. I don't like that.
Give it the opportunity for a second life.
Yeah, exactly. Hopefully we'll be able to turn some of the short ends into cool Damascus stuff.
How far are we in? We're at an hour 33.
All right.
Okay, have we decided to be appropriate over here yet? Or
Always appropriate.
Always appropriate.
When was I not appropriate?
I'm age
Never.
appropriate.
Never.
never? You're never appropriate.
What kind of other? I'm age appropriate. What other appropriates are there? I'm politically appropriate.
Yeah, right.
Well, that would be
Yeah,
politically
this one-
correct. So no, you're not.
Do I appropriate?
Oh yeah, we
Is that thing?
appropriate everything.
We appropriate everything. Yeah,
everything.
appropriation is good, right?
Appropriation.
No,
Good.
no.
No?
Appropriation is not good.
Oh, it's not.
That's stealing things from other cultures and claiming them as your own.
Oh.
Yeah, we don't like
You
appropriation.
mean like North America?
Yeah, you mean like all of.
We've already done that.
I feel like we're supposed to be talking about knives.
Nice.
Let's avoid politics.
Oh, it's not politics. Actually, it's American history.
Shut up. Same. We should not be talking about it on this live.
You know what?
We're here to talk about the middle ground. We're here to talk about the middle ground of bladesmithing.
Ah. Here. Good. I don't have to think so hard.
Hey, I just like how heavy this thing feels. It's been a while.
Who's in my room?
I don't know. I don't even remember your door being open.
That's why I asked. I just heard. You just hit my microphone
I'm
knife.
sorry.
You be careful.
Yes, ma'am. You want me to hold this? You can go check.
You can go hold this. You just hold that for funsies. Just walk around and I'll just follow you.
Go check out.
Ooh, what are we doing?
No, that's the 80 grad. Yeah, they're both 80s. They're both 80s? Let me get you one. See what you use. I use one.
What do you make us ride?
It's not going to take long at all.
Where'd it go?
Chuck's got it in there.
Ah. See, we can't even see it yet because Chuck's over here hogging the good stuff.
Personal carry.
Oh yeah.
Ryan,
You know, just
Is this your first EDC?
You are at 12:14. I got my item for you.
Here you go.
The bachelorettes are not loose enough.
Actually, no.
No,
They've
what?
not given enough heat.
Did you
So Dan's
You missed,
explanation,
scientific explanation.
we were talking about why, what is it,
14, 25.
1525 is the best temperature. And what we equated it to was, well, you know, when you're at a bachelorette party and all the girls start getting warm and liquored up and they start dancing, that's what that temperature is. It's the temperature that gets all the white girls out on the floor dancing. And then 1525. That's apparently.
Yeah, it's nothing to do with freeing up carbon
That's not all you had to do.
and
Just,
letting it migrate to where we need it. It's all about the bachelorettes.
you could
Well, you know, Dan does have a thing with married women.
if you want to get some bachelorettes on the floor, all you have to do is just play some Jack Harlow, man. They love spicy white guys, so there you go.
Never a dull moment in the mind.
Never a dull moment.
You don't have to hold on to my knife phone,
I actually don't mind it.
You
It's
like
kind
the
of comfortable.
Yeah.
It's pretty comfortable.
right?
Right? Very comfy. That's lovely, comfy. I got two. Can people hear that when you move it?
Yeah. You can't really hear the wind.
Oh.
That's what this little puffy thing is for, is to block like air resistance and stuff like that, or air sounds.
Did not know.
So yeah. So you can wave it around a little bit and get a little really close and like breathe into it without getting that like sound.
Yeah. I did not know that.
Yep.
Look at you,
Now you know.
content creator.
And knowing is half the battle.
G.I. Joe!
I watched that again the other day.
Yeah. The movie or the cartoon?
Yes. I think you guys are still one of my favorites.
And start over and let my buffer reel run. That's just gonna run.
Oh, that thing takes forever to slow down.
And now it's off. There we go.
Yeah, buddy. I'm not sure if it'll show up or not, but the layers are starting to show up in the Damascus.
Sort of. I don't know if you'll be able to make it out on camera, but
Yeah, we're almost. Hopefully, they will after the next one. 'Cause I'm going to the Scotch right now. Yeah, there's 416 layer high carbon Damascus from Alabama Damascus.
you're naked. You need to borrow one?
No, I just wanted to,
Oh, I hit myself in the
I
face.
wanted to look at my knife.
Ooh, would you be able to do me a favor and clean that edge up a little?
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, there's a couple of spots. The only downside to using your knife is that you try to wipe it off every time. And sometimes things happen.
What I do is use a number on each side. I got the burr back almost right away. I'm gonna apply some oil to it real quick too.
Yeah.
So the rest of them, oh damn.
Oh, I have it on my phone right now. We don't have any new comments lately. Keep going back. Mom did say hi. Hi, Mom. It doesn't show as much. I don't know why. It's weird. What if I do it on the app? Hold that.
Just now.
I have him cleaning up my blade.
Got some,
I just put the.
some sinew and bile on there.
I don't know what you're talking about.
We're not New Orleans. It won't come up with the next rain.
This is a live stream.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you very much.
Can't let my daughter's blade where it won't bite.
It's the live.
You see the lines I put on there for you?
So where's the live?
You got the lines I put on there for you?
Oh, are we not live anymore?
No, we are.
We
For some reason, my phone isn't. It's not showing up on regular Facebook.
We are very much live. Oh, wow.
We're very much live. We have only 20 minutes left in
Oh,
it.
no. Can you hand me my knife, Chris? Oh, this thing? I'm, spooling down. Yeah, I know. I grabbed my life. I'm not doing anything. Why? I'm not gonna do that. Yeah. 17 minutes or something like that.
What is it? Why isn't it showing up on my page? Like, we're live. I'm just not able to log into the live. I was just there.
Now I got the song.
You will too.
Well, that'll do for now. All right.
There's what's up to the land right here.
Okay, so we have about a little over 15 minutes left in the live. Whoop. If there's anything that anybody would like to see, or would like to get the wrap, you guys have. Oh, great. That smells like potato.
Yeah, it does.
You got something on your hand.
I'm blue.
I'm blue, I'm a dee da ba da, I'm a dee da ba da. All right, I'm leaving you now.
And then what you have left will be what we get to see.
Okay.
That way you don't have anything chipping off, like physical scale pieces chipping off on it. But just start with steel wool and then clean it off with the acetone to see what you got. He's going to leave the forge scale on.
Oh.
I think that's one of my favorite looks. Very kind of artisan looks. When I would do like hammer forge blades, I'd leave a lot of times I'd leave the hammer marks in above the bevel, so the bevel would be very clean and precise, but you got that kind of canvas almost of the steel for the hammer.
I just got my knife back. I got my knife back. In case, you guys were curious on how my KMZ is doing. It's doing beautifully. Except for all the blue stuff that's all over it now.
So basically, what you want to do is if we do this and what you're left with is what won't pop off. But if you feel chunks, those are going to might go to pop off.
Good.
What are you doing?
Steel wool in this bad boy. So.
That's your design. That's your text design, right?
Yep.
What are you calling that one?
Oh. Well, I don't know if I have a name for this one yet. Did I? I don't think I have a name for this one yet. This line?
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. So, well, I designed this blade. It's more a full-size one, obviously. And, we always name everything. I haven't figured out a name for this one yet. My EDC is called the Confidant. That's the name of that one. This was technically a bigger version of that. So right now we're just taking the forge scale off because, like he said, all this stuff's gonna pop off if it's loose, and so like that's okay. But we want to keep the stuff on; it's gonna stay. And so this should look pretty cool with this. And so that's hoping that forge scale is gonna go with this black that's embedded into the design. Because, like I've said before, like I like knives, and when they have like fancy handles and stuff, it's cool for me too. But I prefer to have stuff that's a little bit closer to basic and not so super elaborate. So that's part of the reason why I chose this design. And I wanted to do something with the forge scale. So, trying to do things that I have not done before. This is all new. Even this design. I've designed this before. Yeah. Alright. Ooh, that does feel a little soft. I barely did anything. Look at that. Getting there. Getting there, folks. Looking for some softness. This should give you the warm and fuzzies, like your second grade teacher. Or even your sixth grade teacher. This is Thompson.
Halfway through without having context is so interesting.
Mrs. Western?
I had a French teacher in high school. She was a nun and she was super hot.
So
Gross.
That's the way it is sometimes.
hey man,
Those are not usually pleasing.
there's beautiful women everywhere.
Right.
Tell me what's that.
I don't feel safe.
You're always safe here. You're always safe here.
A kid. A joke.
We're only fertile on Thursdays.
Only fertile on Thursday. Fertile Thursdays. It should be Fertile Fridays, though.
Fertile Fridays.
Does that mean that
Shut up. Shut up.
Thursdays.
That's night.
are you a tracking number now?
Gross.
And Friday is Stir Friday, so you can't be fertile on Stir Friday. Sorry, y'all. There's rules to this stuff.
I don't know what the rules are, clearly.
Stick with me, kid. I know what it takes to be cool.
That's too high. Pull you down. Jeremy says your knife looks nice.
Huh?
Jeremy says your knife looks nice, Wallace.
Thanks, Jeremy. She's a work in progress, but we're gonna figure out a name for her.
I'm right here, God.
Huh?
I said I'm right here, Wallace. God. What are you doing over here, Dan?
I'm gonna glue this handle up. What? I have to do exactly 2.5 cc's of hardener and 2.5 cc's of epoxy. I gotta get my cc's right.
CC's.
Chuck does all this by just looking at it.
Yeah?
But I'm a measurer. And that's not wrong.
Oh, God.
1393.
That is not wrong.
About 150 degrees to go.
It's too bad it's not 400 degrees. But then again, it'd be juvenile.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so we're ready to try.
Hey, man, that album's hot.
So this is your next one.
Wallace over here trying to distract me. Look at that evil laugh.
Looking good.
Wahahaha.
6 of them only.
What's this all about?
This is Brian's. So we were just doing a consult. He's gone from 80 to 120. Now he's ready for 220. And after that, it will be polishing.
Awesome.
So he's doing really well.
Beautiful.
Work on the Ricasa a little bit. So Brian, actually one thing before we go further.
I noticed that.
Right. That's pretty obvious. So let's see. We have an opportunity now. I can help you with it if you want.
Maybe so.
Just make sure that that side is out.
Brian's changing our Phoenix Abrasives belt.
Phoenix Abrasives. Yep. I'm gonna have to place another order pretty darn quick here too, because we've been busy. And they just put their new website live, phoenixabrasives.com, I believe it is. So you should go out and check out the new website that they just went live with. So, yeah.
I'm for it.
Probably buy stock in Phoenix Abrasives and actually just have the profits paid out in dividend. In product.
Well, it's gotta be written in their business plan.
Pay dividends out in product.
Yeah.
Is this the side we want to work on?
The side of this. Yes, that's the side of it. So you come over there.
We've got 7 minutes.
Okay.
Hurry, Dan. Glue.
Oh man, look at I'm making a mess of this.
I've never seen you make a mess in this shop ever, Dan.
Not ever. And then you got your schoolers. There you go.
That's what she said.
Hey,
Looking in your eyes when I do this.
like piercing. It's like a piercing game the whole
My
time.
piercing gig. Can you give me some clamps down there?
Clamps. Clamp.
That's
These
a-
new ones work.
Yes. That's a Futurama reference for any of the Futurama fans.
Yes.
Sorry about that.
You're good.
Make me give you the clamps.
Clamp. Yeah. Oh my.
That's a microphone and a knife. I would not recommend doing that.
So after this, it's in the drink for etching. Doesn't take much at this stage.
I wish we had a little bit better resolution.
I
So
know.
you could see, you can barely make out the waves from the Damascus, but they're definitely there.
Well, what's cool is that hopefully after I get this side done, we can show them a before and after, like 10 or 30 seconds in the etching solution, and they can get an idea of what's going to go. All right, so now side on, and then we do a test etch.
Right, we're getting rid of the microphone.
So easy for you to say.
Yeah. No.
All right, last time in the jig here, and then we'll be going into the acid.
Can you hang that back up for me?
Yeah, ma'am.
Got 4 minutes left.
All right.
We got 4 minutes. 4 minutes. Do what I gotta do to prove to you that I will do anything.
John, that's like Wallace is playing a bard next time.
I agree.
You can channel as Chris Pine. Yeah, and you feel too much. Okay? And you go too much.
Some for you, some for me. Just kidding. You can't have any. All right. So, final bits. What are you doing over here?
So after it's glued up, this should be taped, but it's not because
I'm trying to make this.
I didn't tape it.
You need to move it faster.
You want to make sure that the epoxy is off of this leading edge here, because otherwise you'll get a group of epoxy there that is kind of impossible to.
Go ahead.
It's kind of impossible to get off after you've glued it. And so yeah, you just want to get it down a little bit. So this will take 24 hours to dry. We usually use T-Flex because really that is the best. This is PSI stuff.
Rudely reach in front here. Hello, people.
PSI is kind of number 2, but this is just a kitchen knife, so I figured we're good with PSI.
Hey there,
All right.
big boy. How are you?
Ah, look at that back hug. He never hugs me like that, Dan. He loves you, boy.
You taste so salty.
That's I'm pretty sure because you're his son. Something like that, or when he hugs you, he's generally taking you down.
I just want him to be my father figure. What's wrong with that?
Not that kind of father figure. Not that kind of father figure.
Yeah.
No. All right, Brian, we're finishing up. What do you do? What'd you get done over here?
Well, we got this double bell, and we're getting it ready for. Peak Tree could be the next deal
Uh-huh.
on our next time together. And get this finished up here in the next couple of minutes.
Let's see it real quick. Let's see it.
Yep.
Beautiful. You putting
Mosaic.
mosaic. There we go.
I am.
A
Right.
mosaic pin.
Right. They got
Awesome.
Mosaic pins. That one's going to be a whitetail buck.
Awesome. I think I saw that one. That's
Yeah.
really cool. I didn't even know they could do things like that. Like,
Right.
That's awesome.
It is pretty cool.
All right. And then Wallace,
Yes, ma'am.
you made a decision on your
Bam.
type of handle material, and
Mhm.
you are cleaning up your
I am.
blade. You're going to keep the forged scale.
Now, yeah.
Keeping the Ford scale under.
Anything else?
That's, well, she's trying to talk me into possibly doing some compound handles too, so
Oh boy. Now I heard it. Now it'll happen.
we may
If
see.
you don't, you'll regret it now. Now that you have the idea in your head.
I know. Ooh, man.
That's that.
With this blue, I don't know. It could turn into a lion's blade.
Gross.
I'm just saying.
I'm sorry.
Guess that means there's a huge. There could be a small possibility that I'll lose every single knife fight I have with them.
Nice.
And this was just a scrap of random pattern, Alabama Damascus.
All right, well, it is 8 o'clock. We've gone through all the Smiths, seen what everybody did today.
Ooh, all right.
What? You're almost
Well,
up to
then
10.
let's go ahead and wrap
Yeah.
this up.
1493. So that is, I believe, when Columbus sailed the ocean blue.
Oh, that's 1492. Because it's got to rhyme.
A year off.
3 and blue don't rhyme.
3 and blue. What about green?
Three. Yeah, definitely. That's totally a number. Alrighty, ladies and germs.
I wonder if we're going to see like a lighter version of these like little kind of weird fissures or whatever these are.
I got
That
you.
would be kind of cool.
I'm going to give you.
Wrap it up, guys.
I'm going to
There you
give
go.
you this. Come here. I'm going to give you your mic. Okay. Not Kira. Don't. Boop. Boop. Don't mind me. All right, guys.
How's that look, Jeff?
It's good. I'll get it cheaper.
I'm
Feel
so
out of
weird.
place.
All right. So,
I'm out of bourbon, so I'm just going to use my little knife.
cheers. Wait, oh, we need Brian.
Oh, come on, Brian. Let's say goodbye to the tribe.
Yep.
All right. Wow, 2 hours goes by very, very quickly when you're having fun and hanging out in the mines with your favorite peeps in the world. So, thanks again for joining us, and thanks for voting on the next little project there. And we'll be having more things for you to choose from. I also wanted to say thank you to, once again, to Muskoka Turner. John, he actually is rushing us handles that I ruined over the weekend. And I probably just
Watch the microphone. Yeah.
So thank you for working with me on that.
I'm going to be placing another order soon, obviously, because I need more. Custom Engravers actually has 50 of my blades right now that I'm going to be getting back in time for the Memphis trip, so you may or may not see those at the next show. If things go well, you won't see them. But thank you guys for turning those blades around so quick with the Maker's Marks. Phoenix Abrasives always rushes me out orders and never gives me crap about small orders or big orders. They give me awesome service. So Greg is your go-to guy there. Alabama Damascus, which is what we're playing with tonight. Once again, my favorite place to go for high carbon Damascus. So check them out if you need beautiful 416 layer sexiness there. Hopefully soon, I think next week or the week after, we'll be able to show you guys the sword sheaths that Cinder Rose did for me. My Elvish Da, which is a 30-inch blade overall length, he actually did a beautiful across the back carry sheath for that. I can't, with a harness, can't wait to show you guys that. And Dan said earlier about Larceny, reach out to us.
Please, Larceny.
Please, we would love to work with you.
Case a month, we're good to go.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Couple bottles of the barrel proof every year too.
Right? Like, that's not too much to ask.
Anyway, guys, have an amazing time. Don't forget to check us out on October 5th at Venue in Ensley in Howard City, and 18th and 19th out in Holland at Out of the Barn at the Civic Center. Come see us, say hi, get your shark pointing needs taken care of, do a commission with me or a workshop. We'll see you there. Until then, stay bladed.
Stay bladed.
Bladed.
Wait! Science!